忘れられた年、続きやっていきます。前回の続きからそのままやってます。いやー、まさか黒幕がセンティウスさんだったとは思わなかったな。いや、もう怒涛な展開でね、もう気になってもうすぐに続けてやってますね。これからガレウスさんに選挙に立候補してっていう風にお願いしに行くんですけど、ただね、もう結構このループって時間経ってるんで、選挙の立候補が夕方までにできないとダメって言われてるんだけど、間に合う？バレリウスさん、ちょっと急な話で申し訳ないんだけど、今忙しい。一日何度も繰り返してる。
Sisyphus was a Greek king a long time ago. For daring to think he could outsmart the gods, he was given a terrible punishment. He was forced to push a great boulder up to the top of a hill. Only, just as it reached the top, it would roll all the way back down to the bottom, forcing him to start over and over and over again for all eternity. Just like you. Actually, now that I think about it, there are a bunch of old stories about the gods punishing people by making them do the same futile task over and over. Tantalus was made to grasp at fruit on a tree he could never quite reach. The Pleiades had to keep fetching water in a sieve. Oh, and Ixion was strapped to a wheel going round and round forever. But on the bright side, at least you're not stuck in the underworld like they all were.
そう、それをセンティウスさんは自分の意思で繰り返してるっていうのは強靭な精神力だね。
Anyway, I don't know which god you managed to upset to get yourself in, so I'll tell you.
ありがとう、ガレリウス。
Now, I'm going to keep... Oh, and... Salve again? Now.
ね、これだよね。自分が政務官に立候補しようと考えたことはあるか？
I've bounced the idea around once or twice, mainly as a way of getting Dooley set free. God knows Sentius is never going to do it. But from what I hear, Malleolus has the election stitched up. Nobody's going to take him on and win. And maybe that's not such a bad thing. I mean, he talks a lot about freedom, so I'm hoping if he's elected, he'll release Dooley from his cell. That's good enough for me.
マレオラスは選挙を辞退したんですよ。
He did? Oh, that was unexpected. I wonder what could have possessed him to do that. Well, I guess it's time for me to step up then. I'll let Equitia know I'll be running.
ああ、そっか、マレオラスさんを降ろさないと、いずれにしてもガレリウスさんって立候補してくれなかったんだ。これ、なんか聞いてなかったっけ？今ね、こんなことしてる場合じゃないんだけど、まあ一応、聞いてなかったかもしれないので、一応聞いとく？
I'm a farmer. Always have been. I grew up in a small village in Britannia, Camulodunum, with my parents and two little sisters. Lovely part of the world. One day, when I was about 20, my father and I were in the top paddock, loading our cart, when some Roman legionaries came along, demanding produce for their men. My father told me to run into the house for his axe, and so I did. Sprinted so fast I almost threw up, but by the time I got back, he was bleeding out on the ground, and our cart was empty. That was my first encounter with the legions. My mother died of a broken heart soon after, and things went downhill from there. I took over the farmstead, but I was young. It was a struggle. More raiding started before too long. We'd come outside in the morning to find animals missing, our stores pillaged. These Legion thugs just took whatever they wanted. One night, when my sisters and I had nothing left to steal, there was a knock at the door. I knew who they were, and what they wanted. I got my father's old axe, pulled the door open real quick, and before that soldier knew it, split his face right down the middle. But there were more of them. I never saw how many, because the next thing I knew, I was waking up with a mouth full of dirt and lungs full of smoke. My home was reduced to ash. My sisters, dead. And they left me alive to see what they'd done. Still burns whenever I think about it.
ガレリウスさん、そんなに苦労したの？
Yeah, well, I wasn't the only one this happened to. It wasn't long before Boudica led thousands of Britons in a rebellion against the Romans. Unfortunately, there were just too many of them. And those of us who survived, they enslaved. So, then I found myself being transported all the way to Rome to be sold to the highest bidder. I spent a few years working for my new master, learning the Romans' ways, Romanized my name and everything. Tried to escape a couple of times, but they always found me, and I'd just end up right back where I was. I'd probably still be there too, if it wasn't for the stampedes breaking out. You see, about 7 months ago, an enormous fire broke out in Rome. Everybody was running down toward the river, screaming and shouting. Never seen anything like it. Human beings acting like cattle. I got swept up with them somehow, and the rest is a blur. The next thing I knew, some stranger was dragging me out of a river. Stumbled across this place and started my life over again.
結果的にうまくいってよかった。いや、うまくいってないんですけど、それも死んでるんですけど。
That's what I thought too, for a while. But it seems the gods aren't done tormenting me yet. See, I finally had my own farm again, safe from the grasping hands of the Romans. Or so I thought. Until Sentius the Decurion demanded I hand over all my produce. It's for the good of us all, he says. Only he takes the best bits for himself, of course. He even told me if I refuse his demands, I'll break the golden rule. I'm not sure I believe him, but then, what if he's right? So, it turns out our dear old magistrate is no better than the Legion thugs who took everything from me. I'm right back where I began. But don't you worry, Nemesis is waiting. And he'll get his, one day. He'll get his. Forget I said that last part, will you? I get carried away, sometimes.
そっか、この話を聞いておけばセンティウスさんはちょっと怪しいなっていうふうに思ったかもしれないね。わかった。
Thanks, friend. I knew I liked you. Anyway, that's enough of me rambling. Was there something else you wanted to talk about?
じゃあ一応他のことも聞いておこうかな。まあ、これ知ってるはずないと思うんだけど。
As much as I'd love to get out of here, the harvest's always more fruitful in another man's field, isn't it? But Centilla, Sentius's daughter, went missing a few weeks back. Could be she found a way out. If anyone knows for sure, it'll be her sister, Sentia. But she'd never tell the likes of me.
それ何も知りませんでした。
Oh, I don't give it much thought these days. I mean, everybody here's got their own view about what we need to do to survive. But I say, let's spend less time arguing about what it means to be good and just get on with it, you know? All right, friend. Hope you find a way to break that cycle you're in.
ありがとう。じゃあ今からガレリウスさんって立候補しますよっていう風にエクリティアさんのところに行くんですよね。
My Sisyphean friend. Oh, and I'm in the running for magistrate now.
あ、特に広いことないね。
All right, friend.
さあ、ガレリウスさんすいません。呼び止めてすいませんでした。さあ、早く行ってください。もうね、夕方前に立候補しないとダメって言われてるんです。うん。できることもうないね。もうあとはガレリウスさんに頑張ってもらって、ドゥリさんを解放して、そこの檻の中にある石板を手に入れたいんですよね。でもね、ガレリウスさんが立候補したら確実に当選するのかな。ちなみにね、当選した瞬間にセンティウスさんが黄金率に反したりするのかな。それされるともうどうしようもないんだけど。あれ、ちょっとガレリウスさんどこに向かってんの？クイティアさんってこっちにいたっけ？そっち酒場だと思うんだけど、立候補は？あれ？ガレリウスさん？まさか酒場にお酒を飲みに来たとか言わないよね。確かに夕方はガレリウスさんってここでお酒飲んでいたんだけど、 今回は立候補するんだよね。えまさかガレウスさん立候補は何してんのガレウスさん。
Salve again? No.
あなたは今どんなことを考えてるんだ。ですね、ガレウスさんが立候補するのを忘れてこれからお酒飲もうとしてるんじゃないかっていうふうに僕ちょっと不安に思ってます。
All right.
I love your clothes. So exotic.
ガレリウスさん立候補するんじゃなかったの？何してんの？ダメ。このループではもう無理。多分ね、時間制限があったのと思う。
I love your clothes.
どうしよう。じゃあこのループとりあえず適当にやって終わらせたいんだけど、じゃあせっかくなんでお金回収しとく？またね、もうね、アウレリアさんのお金もらおう。2000円ぐらいあるんで。
You stay away from my money.
黙ってて、アウレリアさん。はい。これ、ここで。はい。はい、脱出。はい、さよなら。まあでもこのお金を使う必要もうないと思うんだよね。こっちだっけ？共に来てよ、この私に新しい希望の一日をもたらしてくれ。言ってるよ、もう完全にもうバレたから。センティウさんそんな話してんの？さあよかったね、センティウさん。また新しい一日が始まるよ。この時痛くないのかな？さあガレリウスさん、今日はね、これマジで一番忙しいと思うよ。急ぎでやってほしい。ルフィウスがバージルを脅迫している。でもこの柳の樹皮を彼に渡せば彼のリウマチが治り問題も解決する。ありがとう。イーブリアさんとファビアさんとクラウディアのおかげでマレオラスの本名がクインクティウスであると分かったと彼に言うんだ。そしてネロからその名に通達が出ていることも。それで立候補の事態を迫って債務奴隷を解放するんだ。
What? Are you? You're serious, aren't you? I doubt Domitius will let me talk to him, but I'll make sure he passes on the message. I'll go, but once I'm done,
さあ急いで、むっちゃ急いで。それがあったらもうちょっと僕の話聞いてください。立候補しても欲しいんです。さあガレリウスさん急いで。今日はね、これまでも忙しかったと思うんだけど今回が一番忙しい一日だからね。急いで。まずファビアさんね。
I know, and I'll take care of him. Just go and hide, but not in the empty shrine.
Wait, how did you know I was headed in there?
No time to explain. Go!
All right, I'll be in my bakery. Thank you, Galerius.
はい、レッツゴー。今度は暗殺の人ね。あの人。
Don't shoot. I'm no threat. You'll find what you're looking for in the avenue. Second building on your left. I've got to run.
Thank you. For your service to the Empire, I'll let you live for now. But you'd best make sure our paths don't cross again.
いや、ガレリウスさん説明うまいね。相手に質問する暇も与えないくらいにテキパキと話すね。今度は多分イブリアさんね。
Lucretia, no time to explain. I'm supposed to give you this silphium resin for Yulia.
What? Quick, give it here.
I'm just going to help her swallow this. I think she's going to be all right. Galerius, you're amazing. How did you know?
I was just doing what the new guy told me.
I don't understand. How did... Never mind. Thank you so much for acting as quickly as you did. Another moment more, we would have lost.
Can't stay. Places to be.
さあ、ガレルさん、次は。ガレルさん、次、あそこ。この正面のお屋敷、早く行って。
Salve, Rufius. I hear
あ、
your
そっか、さっきの
rheumatism
ル
has
フィ
you
スさん
so
か。
riled up you've been harassing Virgil.
What? My condition is nobody's business but mine.
There's no need for that. I just wanted to give you this willow bark to help you treat it.
A treatment? Really? Thank God. Finally, some relief after all this time. Thank you, Galerius. You're a good man. And I'll be sure to leave Virgil alone. I know I haven't been at my best lately.
Appreciate that. Now, I've got to run.
さあ、急いでガレルさん。あれガレルさん、なんでそこで止まってんの？
What now?
I have a message from Malleolus.
Yeah? Who's it from?
The Emperor. He knows Malleolus's real name is Quinctius, thanks to Claudia, and demands he withdraw from the election and release Ulpius and Iulia immediately.
Are you out of your mind, farm boy?
Domitius, that's enough.
What? You're not going to listen to this, dolt, are you?
Galerius, all right, I'll withdraw, and Ulpius and Julia are free. I trust our business is concluded.
Yes, that ought to do it. I guess I'll go and tell Ulpius the good news then.
ウルピースさんにも話しに行くの？ああ、でもそっか、これから自殺しようとしてるもんね。ガレリウスさん、むちゃくちゃ忙しいんだけど。
Good news, Ulpius.
何のここにいんの？
Malleolus has agreed to release you and Iulia from your debts.
What? Are you messing with me?
I wouldn't do that. You're both free.
We're free. We're free. Thank you. It seems fortune smiles on us after all. I'd better go and pay a visit to Yulia immediately.
ガレリウスさんも一緒に行くってこと？いや、それはウルピースさんに任せて、そろそろ僕の話を聞いてほしいんですけど。もう終わり？仕事終わった？
I'm so glad you didn't go through with it.
ガレリウスは取り込み中のようだ。男性には後で話しかけた方がいいだろう。何？あ、じゃあ、ここでウルピウスさんの会話を盗み聞きしてるって感じかな。
Released us and we never have to set foot in that villa again.
What? How?
Galerius
早く終わって、ウルピウスさん、早く進め終わって。こっち忙しいんです。ガレリウスさんもまた他にすることいっぱいあるんです。
What a relief. I don't know what to say.
このゲームで一番忙しいのガレリウスかもしんないな。主人公よりも働いてるもんな。
Celebrate properly when you're ready.
I will.
お、まだ
Ulpius. I will.
ウルピウスさん、話終わった？あ、来た来た。あの二人来たよ。もういい？もう話いい？
Don't believe a word they tell you.
あ、そこで、どこで話してんの？ ああ、ちょうどこの話も並行して進めてたんだ。なるほどね。いや、もう一気にいろんな事態が同時進行してるね。で、ちょうどエクイティアさんも出てきましたと。エクイティアさん、早く話聞いて。ガレリウスさんも僕の話聞いてくれる？まだ聞いてくんない。じゃあ多分この会話が終わらないとガレリウスさん僕の話聞いてくれないの
？Citizens, I have an announcement. Malleolus has withdrawn his candidacy from today's election. Unless any new challengers are nominated by nightfall, Sentius will be re-elected magistrate by default.
Actually, I'd like to nominate myself, if that's all right.
Of course, Galerius, that's your right. Citizens, the election will proceed.
いや、ちょっと。
Salve again, friend. I went and did as you asked, and it worked. How is it possible that you've just arrived here?
今忙しい。ただそんな気がした。どうしよう。これ。
You're a sis. He for oh. Anyway.
あなたならうまくやれるだろう。もし勝てなくても、あなたが気づかない間にすぐ次の選挙が来る。どういうことこれ。うまくやってくれるだろう。
That's kind of you to say. Now, I'm going to keep your secret. Oh, and if our conversations... Salve again? No. Alright.
さあどう？今からもう選挙始まるの？もうすぐこれからスタート？みんな選挙会場に向かってんのかな？本当かな？
Don't you just love springtime?
いや、向かってない気がするんだけど、ガレリオスさん、それって自分の職場に向かってない？農場のところに。選挙会場向こうなんだけど。ちょっと待ってよ。これって、いつ選挙始まるの？あ、やっぱりこれ、ガレリオスさん、自分の農場に向かってるよね。どういうことこれ？選挙は？早く選挙始まってほしいなと思ってます。
I've bounced the idea around once, but because Sentius put him there. He did? I'll let
この話って伝わってると思うんだけど。
All right.
これどうなっちゃうの？これはもう選挙が実際にスタートする夕方まで待っていなきゃいけないのかな？それともエクイテアさんの話って確か選挙のスタート時間変えられたよね。選挙の状況。あ、ちゃんとガレリウスさんになってる。ですね、今すぐ選挙を開始してほしいんですけど。なるべく早めに始めれば有権者間の対立を防げるかもしれない。あ、いけるね。この流れ確認しておいてよかったな。ただ本当にね、今何も選挙の工作とかしてないんだけど、ガレリウスさん勝てるのかな？人気はあるっぽいんだけど、どうだろうこれ。多分ね、勝てなかったら何とかしての主人公は工作しなきゃいけない感じになると思うんだけど、ただね、最初のこのループが始まる時にガレリウスさんにいろいろ動いてもらっていろんな人を助けたんで、その人たちは多分ガレリウスさんに投票するんじゃないかな。それが選挙の工作っていう風になるかもしれないね。そんな気がしてきた。 多分これガレルスさん勝てそうだね。こいつはセンティウスさんに行くよな。ジョージウスさんどっちだろう。バージルさんはどう？ちゃんと問題を解決したっていう風な話を聞いてればガレルさんに行くよね。でガレルさんに行ってガレルさんに行くとどうだろう、際どい勝負になるかもしんない。ガレリウスさん頑張って応援してます。
Citizens, we have a quorate body of voters gathered here to elect the city's magistrate. The candidates are Sextus Sentius Imperiosus and late nominee Gallus Galerius Helva. Marcus Malleolus Gurges withdrew his candidacy earlier today. As agreed, we shall dispense with ballots and candidates will abstain from voting. Let's make this quick. As I say your name, call your vote. I'll start with you, Horatius.
Sentius of
そうだよね。
Georgius.
Galerius.
お、
He saved the life of my dear friend
あ、
Fabia.
なるほどね。
Cassius.
Sentius,
そうだろうね。
the man who put a stop to the threats I've
Arigato.
been receiving. Galerius.
Ulpius.
Galerius, the man who
素
saved
晴
my
らしい。
life.
Rufius.
The man
決ま
who
ったね。
treated my rheumatism. Galerius.
Citizens, you have made your decision. Your new magistrate is Gallus Galerius Helva.
What?
It has been decided. Magistrate Galerius, would you like to make a brief address?
I just want to say, this isn't something I ever wanted. Now that you've put your trust in me, I'm going to do everything I can not to let you down. I'll need some time to put together a list of the changes I want to make around here. But I promise you, there will be changes. My first order is that Dooley is to be freed. Horatius, release him from his cell immediately. Please. Wait, do I need to say please? I suppose not. That's it. You can all get on with your day. Nothing else to see here. Move along.
さあこれでドゥリスさんが解放されて石板もらえるんだけど、センティウスさんはどう動く？
It's almost as if you're trying to extend my lifespan.
そうだよね。前回の記憶も分かってるもんね。
It's almost as if you're trying.
そう、多分センティウスさんはね、この主人公がやろうとしていることは知らないですよね。
Fortune smiles on you today, Julius. Magistrate Galerius here has ordered your release.
You're going to let me out of here?
I'm sorry it took so long, my friend. And it wouldn't have happened at all if it wasn't for a newcomer. So be sure to offer your thanks when you can.
I will. I will. Thank you, Galerius. I'm so happy.
I'd love to stay and chat, but I've got a lot of work ahead of me. Why don't you go to the baths? Then tell Georgius I said you could have some new clothes. Then I want you to go home and rest. I'll speak with you soon, Dooley.
さあブリさん、石板、あ、もういいの？じゃあ勝手にもらっていきます。ギリシャの石板、万人の主派ですね。さあこれで全部揃ったよ。なんこれセンティウスからあ、これ持って前に見たやつだね。この中で特に得られることないんで、ドリさんになんか会話できる？新しいこと。
Hello? I'm Dooley. Magistrate Galerius said I should thank the newcomer. Are you the newcomer?
そうです。私たちは前にもあったと、これはドリさん混乱してるんでこっちだな。
Oh, it is you. Then, thank you. You're a big helper. I was locked up, but they let me out.
それはよかった。
I'm so happy. You can have my shiny plaque if you want, and maybe you can help me find my treasure. My friend Hannibal used to look after me, and he said he always would. But then he died. But before that, he told me if anything ever happened to him, I had to find something very precious
それは何だったのか。結局それ何だったんだろう。
He gave me a key to the cisterns and told me to keep it safe. He said there's something very precious way up high. Please help me find it. Please. I had to keep it a secret until I found someone I could trust. Oh, thank you. Here's the key.
まあ一応鍵もらっておいてもいいかな。上層シスタンは大神殿の下にある。入り口はその近くのどっかにあるはずだ。
I hope you find it. In the cisterns, way up high, Hannibal said. Oh, look over there. Something shining. Is it treasure? Maybe it is.
こいつカラスみたいなやつだな。
I could see it for myself.
クエストはどうなってる？あ、これ4枚の名板をすべてオベリスクに戻すになってるね。これなんだっけ？あ、黄金は暖かく。まあ上層にはもう行ってるから、まあ後回しでいいかな。今はとにかくブルートに会いに行きたいですね。まあでも一旦今回はこれで終わろうかな。まあ次回はね、この4枚の名板を使ってブルートに会いに行くっていうことができると思うんで、それをやっていきたいですね。いやー、ガレリウスさん当選おめでとうございます。人望厚かったね。え、ちょっと待って、どういうことこれ。あ、ひょっとしてこいつが盗んだの？何してくれてんねん。あ、ちょっと待って、アイテムをちゃんと手に入ったんだよね。4枚の石もあるんだよね。ギリシャの名板、あるね。それとシュメールとエジプトと、あとローマだっけ。ある。あ、よかったよかった。次のループでいける。このドゥリ最後の最後で何してんねん。これから会いに行こうと思ったんで、もう会いに行けなくなっちゃったんですけど、どういうことこれ。じゃあちょっとまたセンティウスさんのところに行こうか。誰のせいやねん。いや、なんかね、普通になんかブリさんが歩いていって気にも留めてなかったんだけど、盗むことになるの。あ、ガレリウスさん。ガレリウスさんってね、これまでのこの状況だと生き残っていたはずなんだけどね、どっかに隠れてゲーム感になるとあそこで死んじゃうんだ。センティウスさんもう終わってる？道開いた？ありがとう。できます。いやー、まさかドゥリさんがね、黄金律を破るとは全く予想してませんでした。だから今回はこれで終わって、次回はですね、大神殿に行ってプルートに会いに行こうと思います。本当にガレリウスさんありがとうございました。まあ次のターンもね、一応お仕事をやってもらうと思います。じゃあ今回は以上です。見てくれてありがとうございました。